Shri Satcharitra Satguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Now I bow down to the saints and the virtuous. Their merciful glances immediately burn mountains of sins and wash away the impurities of the Kali Yuga. Their heaps of obligations cannot be repaid in this birth or in many future births. Their casual talks are full of valuable lessons for our welfare and confer imperishable happiness. Baba repeatedly asked and took dakshina, from which he did charity, helping the poor and needy. From the balance he purchased a lot of firewood and piled it in heaps. What did Baba teach or hint by his Udi? Baba taught us by his Udi that all visible phenomena in this universe are as transient as our ash. Our bodies are composed of wood or matter of the 5 elements, which will fall down after the enjoyment is over and be reduced to ashes. In order to remind the devotees of the fact that their bodies will be reduced to ashes, Baba distributed Udi to them. Baba also taught by the Udi that the Brahman is the only reality in the universe and is ephemeral, and that no one in this world is really ours. In fact, when Baba asked for Udi to be brought, it was felt that it was really a permission granted to leave, and they felt happy to return home. If this Udi is applied to the body, then physical and mental sufferings are cured. But the true significance of Udi is deep and it is meant for discriminatory detachment. The young and old came for darshan and were humbled at Baba's feet. Whenever they returned, Baba gave them vibhuti. The dhuni was kept lit in the masjid and burned day and night throughout the year. Baba gave handful of ashes from it, bidding farewell. He gave ashes as prasad, smeared it in his thumb or on the forehead together, and placed his hand on the head, wishing for the well-being of the devotees. Like a drop of water on the petals of lotus, this evanescent body will fall. Therefore, abandon all pride in it. The giving of Udi showed this. This expanse of the whole universe is like a rangoli design drawn in ashes. Think about the illusionary nature of the world, and the reality abides only in the Udi. When Baba was in a joyful mood, he used to sing. The listeners should hear with respect an interesting snatch of one of the songs. "O playful Ram has come and bought sacks of Udi," were the 2 lines he sang. Whenever he was happy and joyous, he sang this refrain repeatedly in a melodious voice. Now let us hear a story. Narayan Motiram Jani of Nasik was a devotee of Baba. He was serving under another devotee of Baba by name Ramchandra Vaman Modak. Once he went to Shirdi with his mother and saw Baba. Then Baba himself told her that he should serve no more but start an independent business. Some days after, this prophecy turned true. Narayan Jani left service and started a boarding house, Anad Ashram, which thrived well. Once a friend of this Narayana was stung by a scorpion, and the pain caused by it was severe and unbearable. Udi is the most efficacious in such cases. It is said to be applied on the seat of the pain, and so Narayana Rao searched for it but found none. Then he stood before Baba's picture and invoked Baba's aid, chanted Baba's name, and taking out a pinch of ashes of the joss stick, burned in front of Baba's picture, thinking that it would be Baba's Udi, and applied it on the seat of pain and the sting. As soon as he took out his fingers, the pain vanished both, and the person felt moved and delighted. Sai always spoke in the first person, but it was always meant for someone else. For those who observed him carefully, this was a regular experience. Sai is ever ready to work for the welfare of his devotees. Performed a miracle with the very same loving Chandorkar was the Malamdar at Jamner. The greatness of Udi is beyond limits. If the listeners are willing, I will narrate a miracle of Nana's daughter, who was in labor and was in intense pain. And from Jamner, Sai Samartha was being invoked constantly. Nana Sahib got a message on the road near the Thane railway station when he was found travelling with his wife to Kalyan. He had no Udi with him at that time. He therefore took some earth from the road, meditated upon Baba, invoked his aid, and applied it on the forehead of his wife. The devotee saw all this, and when he went to his daughter's house, he was very glad to learn that his daughter was suffering for 3 days, began to improve. From the very moment Nana Sahib invoked Baba's aid near the Thana railway station, and finally the daughter gave birth to a baby. Take both the Udi and Aarti and give it to Nana, said Baba. Enquire after his well-being and then proceed and go to your village. He said the Aarti Sai Baba is like Dhyaneshwar's Aarti, composed by Rama Janardhan. They both have the same tune. Rama Janardhan was a devotee of Swami Janardhan, while Madhav Atkar was a devotee to Baba's feet. This was an inspired composition. Without it, Sai's worship is incomplete. As Baba liked this Aarti very much, listeners should hear the Aarti from the beginning to the end. When Baba sent the Udi, later you will realize the fruits of it. Aarti. We do Aarti to Sai Baba, the giver of happiness to all. Give refuge to the downtrodden and to your devotees who are at your feet. We do Aarti to Sai Baba. Burn up the desires. To those who are engrossed in the self, teach them to obtain moksha. Let them see Lord Shri Ranga with their own eyes. Lord Shri Ranga, we do Aarti. You grant suitable experiences to everyone in accordance to their faith and devotion. O merciful one, such is your way, your own way. We do Aarti. Meditate upon your name. Remove worldly sufferings of all. Unfathomable is your action. Show the path to the unfortunate ones. Show the unfortunate ones. We do Aarti. In this age of Kali, you are the true Brahman avatar that has taken the form and descended on the earth. You are our Swami Datta Digambar. Datta Digambar, we do Aarti. Once a week on Thursdays, the devotees take a trip to have a glimpse of Lord's feet and to avert their worldly fears. Avert these fears. We do Aarti. The only wealth that I desired is to serve at your feet, O Lord of Lords. We do Aarti just as the Shatak bird desires to drink pure water. Give me Madhava knowledge directly, O Lord, and kindly give me your assurance. Your assurance. We do Aarti. In 1917, the chance of one Appa Sahib Kulkarni came. He was transferred to Thana and began to worship Baba's picture presented by him by Bala Saheb Bhate. In real earnest, he did worship. He offered flowered sandal paste and Naivedya daily to Baba in the picture and longed intently to see him. In this connection, it may be remarked that seeing Baba's picture earnestly equivalent to seeing him in person. The following story illustrates it. On Vijayadashmi, the festival of Dasara, in 1918, Baba was considered it an auspicious day and chose to leave his body on that day. Then later the Mahasamadhi was built. Before that, when Baba was in body, Narayan Rao had darshan twice. Now 3 years passed since the Samadhi. Though he had the earnest desire to take darshan, he could not get proper opportunity, whereby he was distressed. 1 year after the Samadhi, Narayan Rao was distressed by illness. All medication was tried but no avail. Though he was tormented by the illness, he meditated day and night upon Baba. How could there be death for the Guru Raya? He gave darshan to Narayana. In 1917, Haribabu Karnik of Dahu, Thane district, came to Shri on Guru Purnami and worshipped Baba with all formalities. He offered clothes and dakshina, and after taking Baba's leave through Shama, got down the steps of the mandir. Then he thought that he should offer one more rupee to Baba and was turning to get up when Shama informed by signs that as he had got Baba's leave, he should go and not return. So he started home. On the way, he went into the temple of Kalaram at Nasik for darshan. The Saint Narsik Maharaj, who used to sit just inside the big door of the temple, left his bhaktas there, came to Haribau, caught his wrist and said, "Give me my 1 rupee." Karnik was surprised. He paid the rupee most willingly and thought Baba had recovered the rupee, which he intended to, in his mind, to give through a Saint Narsi Maharaj. This shows how saints work in unison. Appa's heart ached for an opportunity for Baba's darshan. When will I free from the ties of karma? When will my heart's desire be fulfilled? The darshan of Sai Baba's picture itself is taking darshan in person. They should be only total devotion. You will get proof of it this time. Taking darshan of picture is equivalent to taking darshan in person. When one sees him with love, he becomes his slave for the rest of his life. He is hungry only for singular love and responds at the call of such a person. No special place or time is needed for him to be present. He is forever everywhere. How and what means he uses is beyond anyone's comprehension. Considering the devotion of a devotee, how Sai, eminent for genius, learning and valor, gives the devotee a variety of experiences and increases the grandeur of devotion. He adopts any mode of dress, manifests anywhere at his will. He roams anywhere for the welfare of his devotees. All that is required is that the disciple should be devoted. One can see the reflection of the suns, moons, in a clear mirror or clear water. A picture is also pure reflection of a personage by which splendor is cast upon person serving subordinately. Therefore, the darshan of a saint's picture is equivalent to the darshan in person. The all-knowing attribute of saints is the lesson that is learnt by all this. It was an immediate experience of all the people that Baba gave 10 times as much as he received, 10 times the power and position. Besides, love towards the spiritual increases on account of faith and devotion. Is this something unusual? Baba's skill was wonderful. Sai fulfills the wishes of the devotees as expressed. This was his creed. Hemat surrenders to Shri Sai. I encourage all Baba devotees to read the Sai Satcharitra and soak in Baba bliss. Baba bless you. Om Sai Ram.